What's up everyone, this is Cher talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about the new update to the main story of Leon's arc. We got the second chapter alongside 10 stages to farm, but there's one catch. Now we get different drops on that, and these different drops will allow you to forge new weapon. Let's go to a stage, and you'll find different bronze mold pieces for each stage, and also the bronze metal chunk that will allow you to forge a new weapon. Besides this, there is also the Leon Arc Episode 2 coin dropping that you can get items from the shop, and also materials for holy stones. The precious stones are back alongside the pickaxes and the golden pickaxes. I have videos about the holy stones, I'll be placing them here on the description. So what we need to talk is why you should ignore these bronze mold pieces in all bronze weapons altogether. Now going to the forge, we can check, for example, I'm filtering swords. I can make the ancient sword, the black iron sword, and now the bronze sword. A long press in the icon will show us the possible results for this weapon. And they change it. You can see that the series that you can get are different. Here you can get 5 different series. You see SaGa Frontier 1 and SaGa Frontier 2 together. And this didn't happen. In the past, SaGa Frontier 2 was alone in the Black Iron Sword, and the SaGa Frontier 1 was alone on the Ancient Sword. So they are changing the series that you can get. But there's other stuff. Not just that, but they added different type of passives. Besides the normal male, female, and gender unknown, and the power, those are still the same. They added 4 different ones. The first, full HP, and this one is terrible. Why is this one terrible? Why? Because let's say you get the Slash Plus. This one will work all the time. It will increase damage by 33%. Look on the increase on the full HP one. 33% as well. So you are now restricted to doing damage on full HP, and you are not getting anything extra. So useless. Then we have critical HP plus. When on critical HP, attack damage increases by 42%. Critical HP is 20% of your current HP. So that means that if you have 1000, when you reach 200, your character will be downed on the field, and then on that moment you do more damage. And when you compare that the max value is different by 9%, you have to wait to that point to do more damage. Again, it's useless. Don't go for critical HP plus. Well, some may argue that you could just craft a weapon with critical HP plus for Rook, for example, but may I remind you that Hammer Roll is an attack that hits first with AoE, and it deals damage before it cuts his HP by 80%. That means that the first hit will not get the benefit of the critical HP plus stone, and then when he uses the strongest attack have impact, he will benefit, but then you see that you are losing damage on the first hit, and in the end you will not do much more damage. It's kind of a waste of potential of Rook when you are farming for AoE and you just want to increase the single target damage but not the AoE part. Rook is a character that has many passives that triggers only when he's on critical HP, so he was the best example, and then even then I don't think it's worth. Now there's 2 other passives. This one, Combo Plus, will increase the damage by 45% when you do a combo. And guys, do we have control over combos? No, we don't know when it's going to happen. Of course, if your characters have similar agility and similar turn order, it will be more likely to happen, but even then it's not a guarantee. So why would you go with Combo Plus? It's the worst one. And then Overdrive Power Plus, increasing by 48%. The increasing is okay, but then I remind you that you only go for Overdrive every 4 or 5 turns. So before that, you would not be doing as much damage, so that makes it useless as well. Unless it's a character that could just use support skills before entering Overdrive, and when you enter Overdrive do more. But still, it's pretty restricted, and you would not get 3 Overdrive Power Plus easily. So it is just increasing the chances to get different things. There's a lot of variety here, and the best ones are still the series, followed by the gender, the Power Plus, and the Slash Plus. And you may still fail by getting full HP, critical, slash, and combo. And when you click on Black Iron Sword, for example, or even an Ancient Sword, the passives were All Range, Column, Row, and Single Fold. And they are more likely to be used. Some characters will only have single fold attacks, some others will only have all range, but then if you get at least one of these passives you may find usage, instead of, well, relying on a combo to increase the damage. Column and Row are most of the time not something you desire, but it has less RNG to get a bad result. Well, after talking about all 4 passives, we can know for sure that only the full HP plus has some type of usage in some weapons, because you can combo full HP plus with power, with slash, with gender, or with a series, and if that character is a farmer, it can still work. You're just restricting the usage and even crafting more weapons in the long run. Another small difference between the weapons is that the Bronze Sword actually has 3 points of STR when compared to 2 points of Black Iron Sword and the Ancient Sword, but this is not worth the hassle of adding more RNG into making a perfect weapon. So that is why we don't recommend crafting bronze weapons, because the game is allowing us to get it right now, doesn't mean that we need. So the next story, episode number 3, will also drop the bronze materials, but then they will return to Black Iron and Ancient Sword materials because people know it's better. On JP they don't like the bronze materials as well, and then eventually they will release a 4th material that gives damage against specific enemy types like lizards or flying enemies, humans, this type of stuff. So the better weapons will still come from your forging of Black Iron materials and Ancient Sword materials most of the time. If you don't have enough materials to craft here and you needed to farm story mode for any reason or an event where you drop these bronze materials, it's okay to craft them, but they are not the best. They just give you bad RNG and worse chances of getting something useful. Sadly, that's the truth, so I suggest you to skip the bronze materials if you can. If there is a drop on an event, you can't do anything about it. But if there is a situation like the current one where we have a main story update that barely adds into the status cap that you can farm, and the current event has only 10 points of difference, farm the event, go for Black Iron and Ancient, you get better weapons. With that said, that's it guys, thanks so much for watching this video, I hope this clears all your doubts. I'll be updating the Weapon Forge spreadsheet to add this information that I showed here, and I'll also be posting the link on the description. Thank you so much for watching, I hope to see you soon in the next one. Bye.